Baby bath?
Yes, please.
Bouncy chair?
Yes, please.
Blankets?
Yes, please.
Baby clothes?
Yes, please.
Most people have probably heard of a food bank. This is a baby bank, where families can get essentials for their children, clothes, buggies, nappies, things they can't afford. Here in Hartlepool, Leanne has come to get warm pyjamas for her kids. She's a full-time mother to 4 children under the age of 10 and receives universal credit.
At the moment, with gas and electric going up so high, like, we can't afford to put the gas on. So it's just like warm pyjamas and things. They've just actually given us some onesies for the children. Sometimes I just sit there and cry because I think, well, I'm not doing the best for them. I should be able to do more. And it's heartbreaking sometimes when they obviously, like, they want to go to after school clubs and things like that, and I can't afford to send them to them. Like, and it makes me as a parent feel like I'm not doing what I should be able to do.
The North East has the highest child poverty rate in the UK, with almost 40% of children living below the poverty line.
These are all of the families we are currently working with, and we still have some who are online who are that little bit further away. We've had another 30 families now on in today. It's hard, it's tiring, it's exhausting. Those stories go home with me.
Emily set up the Hartlepool Baby Bank 3 years ago and has never been busier.
It's awful, it's absolutely awful. Some days I've cried, and people who know me will be astounded by that, but I have. For the first time, I'm having to consider what happens if I can't help those people. Does that child go cold? Does that child not have a safe place to sleep? That weighs on me, because I'm a mum. I couldn't imagine my children having to do that, and I don't want to have to put anyone else's children in that position.
Research by the Baby Bank network, Little Village, shared exclusively with ITV News, found 90% of baby banks across the UK said they'd never had so many requests for help. And the survey revealed some of the desperate measures families are taking, like reusing nappies soiled with excrement because they can't afford fresh ones. A child with grade 3 pressure sores because a parent had to ration nappies. Families limiting doses of Calpol for their sick child, and a child sleeping in a drawer because the family didn't have the money to buy a bed. Adiola has come to this baby bank in East London in need of warm clothes for her 8-month-old son Hamir. The strain is taking its toll as she struggles to pay for basics for her 3 children, like food, shoes and sterilising equipment for her baby's bottles.
The stress is much. It's so much for me. It's much. Because there was a time that I was so depressed and I couldn't sleep. I'm always crying and the rest.
And she's far from alone. This centre opened in the summer to meet the increasing demand. As it gets colder, staff here tell me that people are desperate for warm baby clothes and for blankets because they can't afford to heat their homes.
Yeah.
Tara is 2 years old. Her mum couldn't afford a rain cover for her buggy, so they came here.
Sometimes I am crying about my baby for simple things. For example, my baby hasn't a toy. I'm crying. I think being a mom, it's very difficult.
The charity that conducted the research is calling for government action.
What price do we place on the welfare of our babies and young children if we're making them go through this sort of situation in their early years? All the evidence and research is there about the impact of poverty on children's development. We'll be paying for this as a society for the long term if we don't help those families now.
A government spokesperson told ITV News they're protecting millions of the most vulnerable families with direct payments and saving households money with the energy price guarantee. Back in Hartlepool, little Caroline is thrilled with the donations.
You got warm pyjamas for tonight now. So when you say you're cold, you can put them on, can't you?
But it doesn't lessen the pain of a parent struggling to provide. Rebecca Barry, ITV News.